This is the Levo backpack from Fyro, designed to be a super duty urban travel backpack. It's available in 2 sizes. This is the 30 liter. We're gonna talk about the difference between the two. One of the big design features here is a very comfy back panel. That's what it was designed for, these straps. We're gonna talk about these. You got solid handles all around. We've got to talk about the material, which is super interesting. This thing about a travel backpack that could actually be useful as a daily carry bag when you get there, and potentially a perfect daily carry bag depending on how you carry. The other benefit here, the added kind of cool story thing, is this comes from Aaron Ratcliffe at Nomads Nation, one of the other frickin' bag reviewers out there who've put it all together. Made a travel backpack. This is his second bag. We've also got a couple slings to look at if we have some time in the end. You can tell by looking at this, very clean, kind of urban styling. Super minimal. Look at, no logos. Minimalistic, black. I think they're gonna do other colors at some point, but just like your one water bottle, you got a side axis here, really clean aesthetics. Part of that is coming from this 330D Codra. This is basically the same material that Peak Design uses on their bags, but this bag has less padding and structure built into it and thus is more lightweight. But this material is rad. I've used it a bunch on Peak bags. It's very water resistant. It never peels. You can get some scuffing. I really like the way, if you've ever seen an old Peak Design bag that's been like used, there's something very cool about how it scuffs and patinas over time. Very unique fabric in soft goods carry sort of space. Why? Because a lot of the Cordura and things that you're used to with a big old chunky weave going on, super durable, kind of like technologically where we've come from. Now a lot of things are in X-Pack. I'm sure they'll do this in X-Pack, but I would prefer this personally. Partly because of how it could patina, depending on, you know, how rough and tumble you are with this. But I just like the mix of soft with super durable on this fabric particularly. And I've never seen it in a bag outside of Peak Designs where everything there is really padded. Inside the bag, they've got this 100D nylon ripstop honeycomb kind of orange brown vibe going here. Really like this. And I want to tell you all, I really want to talk about this back panel. But first, this episode is brought to you by Studio Neat, who make my favorite notebook. This is their Keep book. It is their hardbound notebook. Everything about it feels exactly how I want it to. It's like those Moleskines, but better. Partly because you have a little bit of a wider page, and I just prefer their paper. If you're gonna write on a notebook, do it with a pen you actually love. This is the Mark I pen from Studio Neat. If you've watched this channel, you've heard me talk about this a lot because it's my favorite pen by a long shot. Why? You've got this excellent click mechanism, all metal design, then slightly, I mean ever so slightly larger barrel. Have you ever written with like a really big pen where it's like too big? This is not that. And the click just feels so good. Plus the fact that it takes basically the world's best pen refills. Things like, do it for yourself. Check out Studio Neat. Use my link below. It lets them know where you came from. Shout out to Studio Neat for supporting independent creators. Okay, so we've got a tech sort of front pocket here. It goes all the way down. So this is where you can shove a book. I've got my notebook in here. I've got a little travel battery right here. I'll link to this below. This is essential. They make some smaller that I've got in my like little fanny pack thing. But this is what whenever I travel, I do this. Why? Because it has the cords built into it. All 3 cords that I could ever need, including the micro USB. Stretchy, sexy stretch mesh, baby. Fold it over so you've got a little lip right here. Can you see it rising up above the fold? Really, really juicy. You've also got an AirTag hider spot right here. Check out these zipper throws. The zips are not water coated, so they move really well. What's your take on that in the comments? Water sealed or not? I just love a not water sealed zip in use every day. If I'm stuck in a deluge, I would wish for maybe like a full-on condom comes out of this thing, covers everything. I think more bags should be doing that and then not using the water sealed zips. Okay, let's talk about this back panel. These straps are definitely something to write home about. I've seen Aaron's content on this. He's like, we worked very hard on this, and Aaron, that shows. This is very pillowy. You've got an edgeless design up here where your neck is with what they call a neo lycra, which is a little bit of neoprene and a little bit of lycra. Neoprene is the thing that wetsuits are built out of, right? So it's got this gushy softness to it. But this foam that they're using underneath is perfect. It's really, really perfect. They're doing a double bonded lycra back here on this thing. This whole panel has some support, which you can definitely feel when you access this side access pocket. You can feel that, I would honestly argue, like just the perfect amount of structure right in there. These guys have been paying attention. This pocket is about that deep, but it's tall. So you could get one of those like bigger passport wallets in here. All right, when this thing is on, you notice these straps immediately. Like, immediately. And you like it. You like it. Like, you really do. I don't know how this stuff's going to break in over time. I think it's going to do really well. I don't have any sense of issues with this neo lycra material, like it's going to break down or scuff, or sometimes material can pill. This isn't going to do any of that. You've got a vertical luggage pass-through right here, and you can see all of the ventilation going on right here. So this side access is designed to be able to get into it. You use your right arm to open this up, and you've got access there. So this could be useful as a quick access when you're like, for the stuff that you need on the go. But like, this bag's totally loaded out right now. Laptop, packing cube, camera cube, running shoes, like all sorts of stuff. Toiletries. 30 liters is this bag. Okay, we're going to talk about the 36 in a minute. But this feels so mobile. This is exactly, I'm telling you, if you could travel with just this, you're going to be stoked. Let's check this water bottle pocket here. Performance stretch mesh. This is my favorite kind of water bottle pocket. This is all I want bags to be doing these days. Some guys will do like, have the fabric and then a gusset and this, that, and the other. And that's nice because then you can get a little bit of visual, looks a little sexier. But what they're doing here is making, I don't know what this price is going to be, right? But it feels like they're going to be really competitive price-wise for your lightweight, do-it-all simply kind of bag. This is exactly what I want on that. Exactly. Love this. I'm sure it won't keep it all the way in. Look at that. Before we get into the tech pocket, let's just look at these handles. They've done a really good job. Plastic stay on the top, and then that neo lycra underneath, which feels super juicy. Like those Osprey handles on the bags, that where the Osprey gets like, is like ridiculously huge. Feels just like that, but a more sensible, kind of more stylish feeling size. It still has that like kind of like, I don't know why I'm thinking, it still has like boomer quality of like, here's your handle. But it is like the perfect width this way. And it feels really good when you're deep in travel and transit and it's been a long time since you've been in a bed and you're just trying to get to the Airbnb or something. You pick this up to throw it into the Uber or whatever. See how it stands up on its own, but it's not going to get caught on things. Moments like that, that's when you know what a travel bag is. When you're like deep, deep, deep in it. It's been hours. You got on a plane and a train. Now you're in the city center in a place where they don't even speak your language. And you got to fucking find your way to the Airbnb on like Rue de Montmartre or something like that. But then you get there. And you throw this down, and you go downstairs to the cafe, and you get a croissant. Super interesting tech pocket here. Again, with this great zipper throw. Makes a big difference when you have the corners rounded in the right way to get around it really easily. You've got a super padded laptop compartment, very padded on all sides, and then it's pulled up off the bottom of the bag by about 2 inches. You've got that frame padding plate in the back, giving it some structure. In and out, while my bag is totally packed, feels great. They used to have a different material in this when they originally did the T22 bag. And it was like a faux leather, and they loved it because your laptop did this, like you just like dropped it and it went and it just like subtly got in there. But because of community feedback, they changed that to this same kind of double bonded Lycra that they have on the back panel, so that it's easier to get in and out when your bag is actually packed full. Kind of hard to show because the zipper only goes down to there, but when you're accessing the bag, when you're standing down looking at it, it's perfect. But I want to show you 2 things. One, there's almost like a false little pocket in here. Here's your laptop compartment where it goes right here. Slide that open and you have a little, like a toothbrush size thing. Now there's Velcro in here, and then that goes down to maybe like it's a secret pocket or something. But what I actually want in the next version, boys, I want it to go down a bit deeper, another 3 inches or so before that. You could do the Velcro thing and all of that, but then this is almost like a little segmenter. I could throw I just want a pocket designed for my my power charger, my power brick thing, next to my laptop, because I'm typically always getting those next to each other, especially when I'm traveling. If I'm stopped at an airport, lounge or something like that, I'm going to plug in my computer because I'm going to use my computer on the plane. I may not be able to plug it in there. I want it as charged as possible. So if this goes down a little bit further, it enables that in a really cool way, because there's also this pocket up here, this is where I'm putting my power charger now. Okay? And the zipper of this is right up against the top zipper here. So I can actually just leave that unzipped and just zip the main compartment. The bummer that I've noticed with this is because the top flap on this is a really thin, it has a really nice microfiber liner inside, feels great, like super good. But because this is so thin and open, I find it kind of in the way when I'm getting my laptop. You got a little bit of flippy floppy here. Bellroy on their transit pack, their work transit pack. I'll show you that bag at the end. There's a few bags I want to compare this to. Has a really good version of this kind of thing in this pocket. And I left this here just so I could show it to you, but this is a paracord zip pull, and I'm going to pull this one off so it doesn't get in the way ever of this external zip. So I can just zip that. That's kind of like besides this side thing, this is kind of my quick access, my main quick access, how I use it. So I just got one zip. Now I've got access to my laptop and my charger, but I also throw my AirPods into here. Maybe like credit cards or things like that. Anything that I might need while I'm traveling. Then this front pocket ends up being more like snacks and pen and notebook, possibly a book, my battery, stuff that I actually get less often. Okay, let's look at the main capacity here. I love the way that this bag opens up, okay? We've got 2 things going on. We've got these little sort of horn bits right here. I think this is designed really well. And then we've got a full clamshell access with, on this side, little performance meshy, see-through, beautiful, and this side is opaque. Those are just flat zips. Feel free to store stuff in there. I tend not to use those, personally. Now, like I said, this is packed out for an actual weekend trip. I got some running shoes. These are from Tolos, barefoot. If I play pickleball, if I go to the gym or anything like that, it's nice to have these with me. Using Bellroy's super light wash kit bag. I don't ever need anything more than this. There's like a tiny little organization inside. This is perfect. I'll link to everything below. These are my Focal Bethese. If I'm really wanting to travel minimally, if it's a quicker trip, I may not bring these. If I'm traveling by myself though, like I'm gonna bring these. It's my happy thing. I'm walking through the airport. I got these incredibly juicy headphones on. I'll put a little card up at this time. Watch that video. Spend the money on yourself, because you put these gorgeous, luscious headphones on, nobody bugs you. Now, they make a packing cube setup for this. I've got that packing cube and then my camera cube here. I normally will just have like one camera with a lens on it and my microphone on top, that and some batteries. That's what goes in here. You can see right over here, that's your floofer cutting into the main capacity for the place where I have my charger. So that's that pouch that has the zipper inside of the laptop compartment place. Super sweet, elegant, simple. It's one of the things I'm liking about this bag. A lot of new tech companies, they're making tech bags and they go all out. They go ham on like, look what we can do. Aaron's got so much taste in this bag right now. I'm super excited to see where this company goes over time. I just think that they're making really good decisions. Here's that packing cube that does expand. I haven't contracted it, but you can see I could save even more space by going around this thing. Inside of here, I've got a pair of, I'll link to all this stuff I'm showing you below in case you're interested in it. My little like sweatpants shorts. This is what I sleep in. This is what I lounge in. Organic cotton on my balls is all I want, right? I'll link to this below from Just Wear Cotton. Love these. Tons of colors. Henley long sleeve bamboo from Free Fly. This is super comfortable. It's the kind of thing that I wear when I'm lounging or when I'm going to sleep, but I can also wear it when I go out if I need like another layer. That's kind of nice. Pair of swim shorts that are also workout shorts. Pair of pants that don't take up a bunch of space. The Western Rise Evolution pant. And then I've got 2 merino shirts. This one's from Terran. Probably my go-to favorite merino shirt right now because somehow it's softer. I'll link to that. And then a bamboo shirt that is no longer sold but is like one of my favorite shirts. All that goes right in here. Super nice. That same Codra right here. But then this stuff is a very lightweight nylon, perfect lightweight, perfect travel cube. This is all you need. You can go, I did a video on packing cubes. I'll link to that here. You can go ham researching and figuring out what's best. This is perfect. And they come in different sizes too. They've got a couple different sizes. Okay, I've just pulled everything out of the bag so you can feel how kind of actual soft, floppy, floopy this thing is. You can get a sense of as a daily carry bag. What does it look like? What do you think when there's not much in it? You just got like your laptop. Yeah, like, could you do this as a daily carry bag? Could I do this as a daily carry bag? Feels a little bit big, but if you can travel for a month with this thing and just take one bag, this is exactly the kind of thing. You know, their other bag, the 22, the Fyro 22. It does an expansion contraction, so it goes from 22 liters to 26, I believe. And that would arguably be enough for me. And having a 22 as a daily carry feels really good. Part of me wishes they did the same expansion on this thing, pulled it down to like 26, 25, and expands out to 30. I think that would be really sick, but it would add more panels, more zippers. Which size should you go with? Like I said, this is the 30 liter. 36 is going to be bigger, and it's actually like just carry-on travel size. Like international carry-on travel size. I don't think you're going to get stopped with that one. It is noticeably bigger. You can pack more stuff. If you need the maximum carry-on size, do that. If you care more about something you can use as a daily carry bag, do this. The straps and the padding and the comfort with our load lifters and our foam and our Neo Lycra are definitely billed really high on their like web page. Like, and honestly, it's the real thing. It's really, really good. Great job, Aaron. The style is rad. And it does have that like black on black, cool tech aesthetic. And I think it looks great. I think it really looks great. And then that with the lightweightness. This is crazy. I don't even think I mentioned it's like 2.2 pounds. Yeah, 2.28 on my scale right now. I don't have another scale to try it out with. That's very light. It's very light, and you feel it, like this perfect little like, dude, it's rad. Price on this thing, I have no idea what it's gonna be at. It's not out yet. I've texted Aaron. I don't know what it's gonna be. I kind of want to speculate, you know, and I get like, if this is priced competitively, this is a very, very good, very, very good bag. The Codra material and the ripstop liner are premium. The Neo Lycra, very premium. So like that stuff in the handles, the kind of, there's stuff going on that just it just has some cost, right? But overall, it's a pretty simple design. And I'm as excited as you to see what it actually costs. And if you do purchase this, please use my link. It lets Aaron know where you came from. I get a little percentage of that sale at no extra cost to you. Sometimes there's a link, like a discount there. So price-wise, I don't know where it's going to be, and I'm just not going to speculate right now. Other bags to compare this to, a few come to mind. One is this, what I've been using recently, this Bellroy, what is it? I don't know, Transit Pro kind of thing. Give you a sense of that laptop compartment where you have your laptop part, but then just a top flopper, okay? No zipper. I really, really like this. I really like this in everyday use. And a very similar bag. And that you have some tech up here, you have your main capacity, opens clamshell, water bottle pocket. On this one is zippered, and I greatly prefer this guy. I'll link to my video on that one below. There's also the Goruk GR1. The Goruk GR1, this is like super comparable to. And the Evergood CPL actually has a vibe that looks kind of like this as well. Both of those come in different sizes. Both of those are much heavier, much more burly. And I would argue that I would prefer to use this when I'm traveling for its lightweightness and for its improved tech organization a bit. I really love the Evergoods and the Goruk, but especially the Evergoods laptop compartment. I just love it. I love Evergoods stuff. Always have. That's just like one of the things. But this guy is a freaking contender, especially because of its lightweightness, which is super important these days. Let's do a quick look at these slings before I get out of here. Their sling is brand new. Again, I don't know what the cost is going to be on this, but similar, like same exact material set. You can see this is that same see-through mesh from the top pocket on the inside main compartment. This is the same mesh in the tech compartment, and then you've got that same double bonded Lycra back here, it feels like. Nice padding in this thing, and you got gussets as you open this up. Can you see these gussets? The gussets make it nice for when you're like on-body access. You can really open this up. You've got a front zipper that does have a little cord pass-through in here. Can you see? And this is also a little air tag pocket. And then you've also got a zipper on the back for like a hideaway, keep your stuff close to your body. And sometimes these things can feel really tight to get into, straight-laced zips like this, but this feels great. Tons of capacity. Then you can see this one is just a little bit smaller. Same Codra. I really like this green sage kind of color. So Fyro's coming on the scene with some heat. By the way, hip straps. If I was doing the 36 in the backpack, I would get these as the accessory because they're good. They're good. You need a good hip strap. You can't just have webbing. I probably won't use it if it's just webbing. All right, that's it. I'm stoked on this. This thing's rad. Let's do a quick little ramble. Quick. All right, this is going to be challenging. All I have in here is, I don't know God. And that's liberating. A lot of my life, I have felt like I know God. I was trained as a pastor. I used to be very Christian. I wasn't raised in the church at all. I got into it in high school. And there was a sense of internal confidence around knowing God. And that became a part of my personality. It's one of the things that's built into some of these religions like Islam and Christianity and Judaism. It's like we have the truth, right? And so as my faith kind of deconstructed, mine was super organic. So there's a lot of stuff to take with me. I know I have some friends who like, theirs was like really rigid. So it was like a crystal cathedral. When it broke down, they couldn't take anything with them. And they just had to walk through all these shards to get out from it to go find where the world really was. But I've always been very organic with my spirituality. It's been a personal pursuit. It wasn't something I was supposed to do. I remember when I told my dad I wasn't going to have sex until I was married, he was like, people do that? I always had this sense that God's like, when we pray, God's like, yeah, what else? What else? Say more. What else? Like, it's like an actual loving, it's like the way that I feel when my dog is like doing that thing where he's playing with his ball by himself and he's just like, just got it. And he's like, he's going around the thing. He's just feeling great. That's how I imagine God is. He's like, what else? Tell me more. What else is going on? I kind of feel like God's got the same perspective on like, tell me more about myself. Yeah, what else do you know about me? Endlessly generous. Infinitely gracious. So it's actually liberating for me. I don't know God, but I'm excited to learn more, right? That feels like like a place to begin, a place to start from, a place to build from. So I don't know where your relationship with God is, but maybe that helps you to figure out that it's probably perfect and still in process. Please use my links below on all these things. Shout out to Aaron and the team. You guys did a great job. This is so exciting to watch someone from like the YouTube review bag sort of thing make products that are actually good. And I have a very high standard. I'm very geeky about these things. And I just have to tell you guys from my heart, like, you're doing it. This is great. When you first sent the package, I thought it was going to be a T22. So I did all this research on the T22, and I was like so excited to review that. And then I was like, oh, it's the travel bag. And I had to go like find, there's nothing online about it. And I had to go like look at the documents and stuff. But I'm really enthused by this as a lightweight, do-it-all urban travel backpack that's doable as a daily carry when I get there for my needs. Great work. Viewer, if you like this, please subscribe. Let's go deeper. I've got a lot more content coming in 2026. And please use my links. It supports the channel, supports Studio Neat, Fyro, any of those other things. It's super helpful for me and my fam. All right, y'all. Be yourself. Everyone else is taken. Bye.